Hello friends, how are you all doing? My name is Shaz, short for Shahrazad, and I love colorful makeup. In this video, we're going to talk about this beauty. I'm so excited about this palette. This is Beauty Bay's Dark Fantasy. This is their latest palette at the moment. I think this is going to be their 2022 holiday release. Don't quote me on that. But we're going to do swatches. We're going to do 3 eye looks. This is going to be one of the eye looks. And I'm going to do a comprehensive review of this palette. If all of that sounds good to you, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel for more content like this. Also, now you can follow me on Instagram. My handle is in the description box below. Let's go into the video. Before we go into the first eye look, let's take a look at the swatches. I have already primed my eyes with Painterly from MAC. One thing I want to do just to save a little bit of time is to do one eye with one look and then the other eye with the other look. What I want to do is use these 6 in one look and then I'm going to use these 6 in another look. Let's go. So let's start with this one in the crease. The name of the color is Plasma. As expected, this is a very pigmented palette. I expect nothing less from Beauty Bay. I'm now going to go into Spaced, which is this beautiful dark jewel toned green. And I'm going to put it in my outer V area. Super pigmented, just look at that. I'm now going to pick a packing brush, go into this one called Slime. Very slimy green. It's a beautiful color. And I'm going to put this in the inner half of my eyelid. So far the pigmentation has been fantastic. No issues, no blendability problems. I'm going to quickly pick a little bit of NYX's glitter primer and place it in the center, exactly where these two colors meet. There. I'm going to go over that with this color Machine. Beautiful green. Beautiful, beautiful shimmery green. Just tapping it. Again, using the packing brush, I'm gonna kind of blend this edge a little bit. And then using the other brush, I'm gonna try to a little bit blend the outer edge as well. Now I'm going to pick a tiny pencil brush and I'm gonna go into this color. Hopefully it's not too dark. I wanna put it in my inner corner. And I'm going to go into my inner corner with it. I think this might be a little too dark, so what I'm going to do is first I'm going to use the same packing brush that I used for Slime, and I'm going to go under my lower lid, again looking up while my head is tilted down helps to stretch my lower lid. And now I'm going to pick a flat brush and I'm going to go into Virtual. Okay, this color looks very dark, so I'm going to diffuse it on my hand. Yeah, it's black. It's actually a nice color to use as a liner, and it has tiny glitter particles in it. And I'm going to try to go as close to my lash line as possible. I'm going to go back with the green and blend it out. And then before the end, I'm going to go back with the very first and just blend this out. You all know that at the very end, I always like to do a final buffing of all the colors and just make sure everything is blended. And the eye look is done. So far, honestly, I have not had any issues. I've experienced patchiness with dark colors from Beauty Bay in the past, but I don't see that either. So I'm very excited. The whole total of the look with the 6 different colors didn't even take 10 minutes. It probably took like 6-7 minutes to do. So exciting. Let's go into the other look. And then after I'm done with the other look, I can bring the camera closer and show you both looks from close up. Okay, as I mentioned, I want to use these colors. So I'm going to go into algorithm. Folks, I think I mentioned to you one thing that drew me to this palette is that I'm actually a mathematician. I work with a lot of software engineers. I want to go into my crease with this color. I'm going to turn this way so that you can see. Algorithms is totally my thing as a mathematician and as someone who works with software and software engineering and tech products. So yeah, this palette took my attention. A lot of times I see certain behaviors on my left eye that I don't see in my right eye, that I wonder if they can be attributed to the fact that I'm right-handed, because I always have to sort of reach over to do this eye. So perhaps I don't have the same level of agility and precision as I would have to something that's closer to my hand. I don't know if you all have experienced that. If you have, let me know down below. But let's go back into the palette. Again, we're working with these colors. I'm going to go into this color called Hardcore, and I want to go into my outer V area with it. Folks, we all know I've had issues with patchiness with these kinds of colors, particularly from Beauty Bay. So let's see if we're gonna get any issues now. I'm kind of just doing something that looks kind of like a wing. Okay, let's ignore any sort of blending problem for now. I'll do final blend at the end. I'm tapping a little bit of glitter primer from NYX on my lid. And I'm gonna go into distortion, which is this very beautiful. This is a gorgeous, very unique color. I love that. And I'm gonna put this at the center where the blue and my skin kind of meet. I tap it well enough to cover all the grooves. Again, I'm right-handed, so this is a little bit uncomfortable. But look at this color, folks. This is gorgeous. I'm mesmerized. Okay, friends, now I'm gonna pick a brush with a tiny head like this, and I'm gonna go into this color called Hack. This looks like a silver with a tad pink hue, and I'm going to put this at this edge where distortion meets my inner corner, but not exactly at the inner corner, just here. Okay, I don't like how that's working, so I'm gonna use my finger. I have very long nails, it's okay, and I might end up having some fat finger action, and that's fine. I'm gonna go here. Oof, look at this. This is why I don't like to use a brush. This way I can get into all of those grooves and crevices. Okay, but the brush can't, and I don't know why. But I can use the brush to fix where these two colors blend, just making sure the two are blending. You know what? In fact, I'm going to use my fingers for that also, just blending these two colors a little bit into each other. With a clean brush, I'm now just blending over it to make sure these colors are blended. If I was in the mood, I would be doing a cat eye liner, but I don't want to do liners today. But I like the whole natural kind of a liner effect there. For my lower lid, I'm first going to go back with this blue, and I'm going to this blue has a pointy tip, so I'm going to just use that pointy tip to very, very gently draw a line down here, as close to my lash line as I can without going into my eye. After that, I'm going to pick a brush like this. This brush is from Morphe, what is it, M210. I go into this color called Source. I'm going to use that color to do the inner half of my lower lid. This is a beautiful blue. Now I'm going to pick a tiny brush, and I'm going to go into this silver color, and I'm gonna put the color in my inner corner. This is a very bold silver. Okay friends, my eye look is done. Give me 1 second, let me put something on my lips and I will be right back. Okay friends, I'm back with the completed looks. Also, before I forget, I put a little bit of rum punch from Anastasia of Beverly Hills on my lips to complete the looks. I'm gonna bring the camera closer in a minute to show you these two looks from close up and then you can judge for yourself. But going back into the palette, as far as pigmentation is concerned, as far as blendability is concerned, as far as liking the color stories is concerned, everything is good. The things that were a little bit pleasantly surprising were this color. I really like it. It's a very unique color, and this blue as well. The blue doesn't look unique, but it really has that same indigo-ish type of color. And it was, I don't know, I feel like I've not worked with a color like this in a little bit. So it was very pleasantly surprising. This color also looks pretty unique. Now I put it in the inner corner because I wanted to use all of the 6, and that is literally the only thing that kind of could go in the inner corner. I guess I could also put slime in the inner corner, but anyway, this type of color is actually a type of color that I like. Cool toned olivey gold, because this is not really a green olive, this is a gold olive. And the shimmers were pretty creamy. People have mentioned that shimmers from Beauty Bay crease on them. Frankly, that has never happened to me, so I can't comment on that. And I also just put this eye look on, so I also can't comment on whether if I wait 8 hours that's gonna happen. So that's my 2 cents so far. For the final eye look, I'm gonna use these 8 colors. If that sounds good, I'm gonna bring the camera closer to show you these looks from close up, and then we can go into the third eye look. Okay friends, let's go back in for the last look. For this look, I want to use these colors. Now I might not be able to use all 8. I will try to use as many as I can. I already primed my eyes with icing from Glamlight instead of Painterly. It's kind of rainy outside, so I can possibly get away looking a little grungier than normal. It's interesting because I can even do these 4 and then these 4. I don't want this video to be too long. Let's go into this. The color is called Hoax. I'm gonna start with my outer V area, just kind of brushing this towards in and blending it out. Going back with a brush with a small head into this color called Reality. I'm now going to deepen out to give a more red effect to more or less the same area. I think I mentioned this in another video that I really like the theme of this palette. Computer science, mathematics type of themes are all up my alley. So virtual reality, I don't know, artificial intelligence. Does it have artificial intelligence? No, it doesn't, but it has machine, like machine learning. These are all things that are up my alley. I'm gonna blend this out now. So I really like this palette when I saw it and I was like, ah, that palette's for me. Really like how it deepened out. I'm gonna put a little bit of NYX glitter primer. Folks, write to me if you use something else instead of NYX's glitter primer for glitter primer. I'm very interested in possibly trying other ones. So if there is another one you recommend, please write it below. I'm now gonna go into this color Encrypted. Absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if you can see that. Beautiful. And I'm gonna tap it here. I'm going to pick the smaller brush again and very slowly blend the edges between these 2 colors a little bit. Actually 3 colors, the red, the brown, and the shimmery color. Now I'm gonna pick something like a packing brush like this, and I'm gonna go into this purple. Name of the color is Grunge. Yes, please. So cute. Okay, again, looking up, I'm gonna put this on my lower lid. Normally, I would go over it with maybe the purple a little bit closer to the a lash line, but I'm not going to do that because I really like the matte effect. But I'm going to pick a brush with a smaller head, and I'm going to go into this color called the Grime. It's not coming on my brush. I don't know why. You know, these shimmers. And I'm going to use this in this inner part. I'm trying to use as many colors to be able to give you a very comprehensive review. I've told you all about my challenges with getting shimmers to come off brushes, and I'm kind of having the same issue here. It's okay, it doesn't look too opaque, but it's okay, and it's a very nice pewtery shimmery color. And now with a pencil brush, I'm going to go into this color Atmosphere, and I'm going to put it in my inner corner, just brightening up the look. I'm going to put a little bit here as well. My eye look is done. Let me go back and do this eye off camera, then I'm going to come back. Okay friends, I'm back with the completed look. I'm liking this. It's very grungy, and you know, I sort of tried to combine it with a grungy lipstick. This is Orchis Matte from ColourPop. Came with one of the Orchid collection or something like that, I think. Might be available, might not be. Lippy stick. Okay folks, the irony is that when I saw this palette, the concepts, you know, dark fantasy, and then you have some sort of a very matrixy outer packaging, and you know, the names that are all about computer science and mathematics, all of these are up my alley. For the ones who haven't watched my other videos, I'm a mathematician and I'm an engineer. So all of those themes of machine learning and artificial intelligence and generally algorithms, mathematics, all of that is all up my alley, which drew me to this palette. But truly, the colors I was a little bit unsure about. The fact it had jewel tones was something that attracted me, but it also has a lot of neutrals, which is part of the reason why I was like, would it be easy to work with? How would I feel about it? You know, it has these pewters, it has these browns, it has a lot of neutral colors. And then separate from that, it doesn't have a lot of light colors. I generally like to incorporate a balanced look. I'm not a type of person who likes to make super dark looks. I wear these looks to work, so, you know, although I'm very lucky that I work somewhere that allows me to go to work like this, because I know some people might not even be able to go like this. I don't want to wear something that makes it look like every day is Halloween. So I was a little bit hesitant of how much usage I'm going to get out of it. But I'm actually realizing it's more versatile than I thought, and I'm thinking I unfairly judged this palette. The colors that I absolutely can't wait to dig into again are obviously the greens, because greens are my thing, although all colors are my thing. The other pleasant surprise was using the neutrals. You know, this top of this look is all neutral colors, more or less. I use a little bit of red, but it's absolutely something I would wear again. This shimmer, although very neutral, is super unique. I can't wait to use this shimmer in combination with some of these other ones. This shimmer is super unique. Yeah, it's kind of hard to say what colors I'm excited about. I think I already mentioned this blue, very, very nice. Although I think it was a little bit sheer, so it's not 100% opaque. It's one of those palettes that challenge the artistic brain to try to figure out what to do, but in a very good way. I very much enjoyed that. Friends, I have a playlist for Beauty Bay, so if you're interested in my thoughts on Beauty Bay brand and all of that, check out that playlist. But the only thing that was not consistent with everything else I remember is that I don't remember Beauty Bay having sheer shimmers. Most shimmers I've used from them have been pretty opaque, but this blue is a little bit sheer. Now I like blues, and you know, there's enough dark colors that this blue can totally be used as a topper. But from what I recall from the swatches, it was kind of a sheer. You know, you need to build it up to become opaque. I did feel that these three are a little bit redundant. Frankly, these two don't look that different. So I'm not sure if we needed all three. Maybe we could have had another light matte. And then also there are two blacks. So one has glitter particles in it. Now, these are not crunchy glitters. This is the type of glitter you don't even feel. But one has that and the other one is just solid black. I think we could have used one of these two colors instead of both. And then, do we need a black and white in every palette? Some people say we do, but I wouldn't have put a black and a white in this palette. And instead of that, I would opt for, as I said, a lighter matte color. Mattes in general had great quality. I was very pleasantly surprised at how seamlessly the dark mattes blended. In some of my past Beauty Bay reviews, I mentioned in some of the palettes, the dark mattes got patchy on my eyes. Now again, it could have been the primer or other things that led to that. I don't know, but that was another thing. They also lasted pretty well, which was great. Noticing these improvements tells me that Beauty Bay is continuously improving their quality, which is great. I am so happy I bought this palette, and I want to make more eye looks with it. Actually, I'm already kind of thinking about what are the other methodologies that I can combine things. Okay, friends, I hope that was useful in some way. Maybe that helps you figure out whether you need this palette or want to buy it, or just for entertainment purposes. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you learned something or if you enjoyed watching it, and also consider subscribing to my channel for more content like this. Also, now you can follow me on Instagram. My handle is in the description box below this video. I love you all. Have a fantastic day, and until next time, bye.